Hey guys, so we got some requests here to put the Apollo Lite phone from Vernee up against OnePlus 3. So we're going to start them up at the same time, have a look at the speed and performance here between this wonder phone for like €200. Amazing value. Obviously coming with Helio X10 MediaTek versus the Snapdragon here, 820, 6 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM, 16 megapixel camera, Samsung sensor. Very looking forward to see the performance of that. You can see it boots up very fast here and gets going sharpish. Both of them have been fully up to date, and there's no power saving modes or anything on them. So you can see both of them taking a bit of a time here to find the Wi-Fi network. Which one will find it first? You can see, I think they both need some help here. I don't know where they are. Oh, Apollo's found it. Very nice. OnePlus is still in the dark, so we'll just help it. I've been reading that some of the latest firmware updates for the OnePlus may have introduced some bugs, so hopefully it won't rear its head here. So far seems to be a bit back and forth. Maybe the OnePlus on some of these basic ones, but Vernee's keeping up pretty well, pretty much in everything here. And we do have some inbuilt apps, so very close with that one. Let's have a look at some games. Very fast loading on both of them, even a little bit ahead here on the Apollo. Very nice. And we got Stranger as well. One thing I probably would like to have seen on the Apollo is an AMOLED display. You notice that we do have a little bit different screen technologies here. Again, faster load on the Apollo. Very nice. Asphalt. I think they're using IGZU display on the Apollo LCD. Wow, so you can see the Apollo is running rings here around the OnePlus. This awful game inflicted on the world. So you can see Pokemon loves OnePlus 3 a little bit. So that it was very nice performance here from the Apollo. Just run a quick little benchmark test here. I think you can get two different versions of the Helio X20. I think you can get the Helio X25 as well, which comes with some Pro versions of phones, like the Xiaomi Redmi Pro limited edition. Wow, OnePlus 3 really burns through this test. Very fast indeed. Very nice single core and multi-core. And I have to say, in terms of the things I've been looking at on the Apollo, I think we got two kind of grills here, but you only have one speaker. It does sound a little bit timid in terms of the speaker loudness, so that could be where they've cut some costs a little bit. Also, I don't think we get NFC on there. Can't really see the option for it. Maybe, it is on there, but I couldn't see it on the spec either. So something to bear in mind, if you want your NFC connectivity. You can see very massive difference when it comes to single core. Multi-core, not too bad really, but the raw performance going to the OnePlus, I think, a little bit. Let's have a look at the Wi-Fi scores. So basically, you can see here we do have the same network. Some people say I have different networks to make some phones look good and bad, and that isn't necessarily the case here. So as you can see, an acceptable score with the Apollo, but I think it's a little bit hamstrung by the MediaTek, which doesn't seem to be that good when it comes to Wi-Fi. Has the latest update improved the OnePlus? That is a good question, and you can see, it hasn't. Don't tell me it's going to be beaten here by yeah, it's been beaten. Wow, pitiful score there for the OnePlus. Usually it gets around 100, so do take that with a grain of salt, but very decent performance from the Apollo nevertheless. Not going to take it away from it. Can have a look as well at the web browsing, so you can see the real world load speeds here. So let's check Daily Mail. So you can see the OnePlus has loaded this very fast. And a little bit slower here for the Apollo. Or maybe the Apollo's done quite well actually. You can see some pages here still loading. It's 2-pack Alive, having a nice day out. And we can just go to another page, GSM. Not a huge difference really. Verge. The Verge. So maybe the OnePlus here a little bit. Not massively ahead though. I would expect the OnePlus to be much more ahead given that it is a more expensive phone. And Snapdragon 820 is a more mainstream processor here. You can see MediaTek's really closed the gap when it comes to the web browsing performance. A little bit slower to load the adverts here. So probably give that to the OnePlus just to be fair. Just going to have a look at the multitasking here performance between the two. Don't expect there to be any problems whatsoever. Did I just see a reload there, OnePlus? Yes, I did. You can see Apollo is stomping on the OnePlus here when it comes to the memory. And this is a problem with OnePlus, This is the problem. I mean, yes, it's a fantastic phone, but they just push out updates which ruin the previous update. Because the previous update, this was fantastic, the multitasking. It fixed the original issue, but now it's come back again. You can see the Apollo is very nice here. So look at the games. Wow. Kept it in memory. OnePlus has lost the plot. What good 6 gigs of RAM, eh? All you need is 4 and some good software. Oh, both of them reloaded here. So maybe the Apollo has like 2 games in memory before it starts to... No, 3 games in memory before it starts to reload. Still excellent performance here from Vernee. You can see dominating the OnePlus 3 on that last one. So yeah, I think you can see here you're going to get very good performance day to day, not far from the OnePlus 3. Even better when it comes to the multitasking performance. How do the cameras compare? That is another nice question we can ask here. And I did do some shooting out and about to test the 16 megapixel camera with the I think it's a Samsung sourced lens or sensor, should I say. Overall it does pretty well actually, probably the best I've seen of lesser known brands when it comes to smartphones. I'm just basically going off what I've seen from like the Umi Super as well as other phones. And you can see this is a low light shot. I think the OnePlus still takes it when it comes to the clarity. It does have the optical image stabilization, and it's a fantastic camera phone in pretty much every aspect. I think there's a little bit more grain on the lower shots with the Apollo, but I don't think you're going to be that disappointed, to be honest. I think it's still a fantastic performance. One strange thing that I've noticed is since I've updated the phone, they've removed the 4K option, which was there when I had it. So maybe there was a bug or something with that, and hopefully they'll bring it back. Because I think OnePlus has a little bit better video at the moment when it comes to the 4K. So overall, very solid performance from the Vernee here. I put it on par probably with the Moto G4 Plus at the moment. It's going to satisfy most people for €200. Can't really go wrong, really. And the camera software is pretty easy to use as well. You can see you do get the ability to put on the panorama mode, as well as some filters here, like for different scenes. So you can see there, that is quite nice. But overall here you can see the phone is actually done quite well against the OnePlus 3, which is considered the best budget phone by most people. I think the latest update on the OnePlus 3 has really ruined the memory management, unfortunately. So I think you can see down here we are running the Oxygen 3.2.4. I don't think there's any further updates at the moment. So yeah, I'd thoroughly recommend the Vernee if you're looking at it. The only things, as I said, I have found the speaker's a little bit weak. I think the lack of NFC is a bit strange, given that NFC is such a cheap thing to add onto a phone. Maybe I've just not found it. Maybe it is buried away somewhere, but I can't see it here. So that's something to consider. Someone said that it's running pure Android stock, and I'd say it's near stock. It's not pure Android stock. There's some things which are a little bit annoying, like for example you can't remove this. I don't think there's a way to remove it anyway. I've tried pretty much everything. You can't also there's some things like this app drawer is not stock. It's a little bit different. There's also some things in the actual settings which you can do that you can't do on stock. So it's not pure stock, but it's very close to it, and a lot of people will enjoy that. So yeah, just a quick little video here. Hope you find it helpful. I'll probably do some more videos checking out the battery, etc. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.